Versus Cavan. Now, a few years ago, this would have been a straightforward enough test, 4 down, when things were flying high in the county. Not so this summer, with Cavan very much fancying their chances. Watching this one for us was Darren Maloney.
Well, not much has gone right for Cavan since those heady days of '97, and the change continues today. Only 7 of last year's championship side remain. Some of the familiar names are very familiar indeed. The impressive Dermot McCabe anchors the middle, while the Riley brothers, Peter and Larry from the Knockbride club, are still potent attacking forces. Down are still reeling after last year's defeat to Antrim. Peter McGrath has embarked on an ambitious rebuilding programme with 9 of the 99 All-Ireland winning minor team on show. Alan Malloy has lost his battle for fitness, so Plunkett McConville comes in to partner the captain Brian Burns at midfield. Ronan Murtagh takes over from Mickey Linden, who's on the bench, while Shane Ward is another danger man in the other corner. Seamus McCormack from County Meath gets this Ulster Championship tie underway. The first time the sides have met in the championship in 5 years. Down one out that day in 1996 as Dermot McCabe sets Cavan on their way straight away. Jason Riley, first chance of the game. This is going to drop short. Cavan do have the advantage of a strong breeze in this first half. Down, well, they have a young team out today. 6 teenagers in their starting 15. Plunkett McConville, big challenge for him, partnering Brian Burns, a late addition to the side. Now Paul Galligan. Galligan has a look at the post, and that has gone over the bar. First score of the game after 37 seconds. Paul Galligan making his championship debut. Cavan draw first blood. They lead by a point to no score, and this was a lovely point from Paul Galligan. Sweet left foot. Cavan in front. Good ball forward. Shane Ward really does look lively. Michael Bride's having quite a battle to keep him under wraps. Michael Walsh now. Walsh has a look at the post but sends it back to Benny Coulter. Coulter will have a go. Great block down by Anthony Ford. Cavan defending this well, but Down still pouring in on them, putting the pressure on. Loose ball comes to Ward. Ward has to have a go himself, and there is the second point for Down. They take the lead for the first time. 7 minutes played. Ward opening his account for the day, and that really was a good point. Persistence for a nice spell of Down pressure, and from a tricky angle Shane Ward just floated it over. First of what he hopes will be many points today. Brian Burns of Down trying to set up another attack. The position's not meaning an awful lot. Down content to try and drag their markers all over the place. This is Aidan O'Prey coming over from the left wing over to the right hand side. O'Prey will seem to take an awful lot out of that. Benny Coulter with the shot. Well, where's it going to go? A tricky one for Donoghue, the goalkeeper. He's lost it. Michael Walsh with a chance of a goal. Yes, indeed, the goal will stand. Down lead. A mistake by Aaron Donoghue. Michael Walsh, the player who gets it. And this will be well worth another look. It seemed to hang for an eternity above the head of the luckless Cavan goalkeeper, Aaron Donoghue. Maybe the wind caught it, I don't know, but Donoghue not able to make it his. Walsh was the first to react. Brilliant goal. Mickey Graham was the target for that, but Down read it well. A couple of big hits going there in midfield. Jason Riley releases Edward Jackson, his championship debut today. Can he mark it with a point? A look at the post. Yes, he can. That's a fantastic score from Edward Jackson. And Cavan, having gone out of the game for the last 10 minutes or so, are back with a bang, and all of a sudden they've turned a deficit into a lead. It's now Cavan 7 points, Down 1-3. McCabe charging through, getting past Brian Burns. He's had the better of their personal battle today. That's a lovely ball in towards Jason Riley. Riley bearing down on goal. Brilliant goal by Jason Riley. And Cavan, well, they really have turned this around, having played quite poorly for the last 10 or 12 minutes. Val Andrews absolutely thrilled. Jason Riley, who scored that famous goal in the '97 Ulster final, starting today. Mickey McVeigh got close to him. Well, I wonder, could that be the turning point? Set up by Dermot McCabe. Kieran Byrne, well, didn't make a very good effort to stop the full forward. Lovely goal. James James Doonan. That's a good ball from Doonan, picking out Peter Riley. And Riley running at Simon Poland, who was booked a few moments ago. This time he gets away from him on the right boot. And there is a point for Cavan. They have finally increased their lead after 3 wides in succession. 5 points now the cushion for them. First point of the second half, always a crucial score, and Cavan have got it. Lovely score from Peter Riley. But now it's Liam Doyle for down. Doyle launches it in towards Mickey Linden. Markers slow to close him down. Linden, oh, he can still do it, Mickey Linden, at 37 years of age. And what a turnaround here. They're still behind down. But Linden, well, he really had done very little in the first 7 minutes of this second half. But, well, he hasn't lost it, has he? Jerry Sheridan lost him. Now it's Cavan's turn to put down under pressure. Mickey Graham lays it inside to Peter Riley. Lovely one to McCabe. Oh! Well, the referee has given a penalty. McCabe brought down inside the large parallelogram. And what a glorious chance this would be for Cavan to restore their 4-point advantage, coming just a minute after Mickey Linden's goal for down. Graham set the whole thing up, then Riley got involved, and McCabe, lovely run from him. The responsibility falls on the shoulders of the Cavan captain, Peter Riley. Mickey McVeigh, the down goalkeeper, has to keep this one out. Riley of Cavan, it's gone over for a point. Well, it's a score of some description, but Riley certainly did not go for a point. Mickey McVeigh making a good stop. I think you'll see this was straight at the goalkeeper. It was. Good stop, though, by Mickey McVeigh. Cavan still playing the better football. Mickey Graham. Graham, a look at the post, and that's a good point from Graham. His second this afternoon. Very simple football, but so effective from Cavan. Graham got away from his marker, hardly even looked at the post, slotted it over. Barry McCrudden denied possession, but James Doonan, sweeping up behind him, was in a very good position. Mickey Graham coming more and more into the game. It's a lovely ball in towards Galligan. Will he go for the goal? Oh, another great stop by Mickey McVeigh, playing a blinder, but the danger still not clear. Down struggling to get it away from their own goal, and they'll be able to slow it down with a free. That was a brilliant stop by Mickey McVeigh. Well, Cavan, will they regret those misses later on? Down will surely take great heart by the performance of their goalkeeper as Benny Coulter tries to launch another attack in towards Mickey Linden. He's got 1 goal, now he's got a point. Linden, well, we heard all week he was struggling with a hamstring injury. Certainly is as effective as ever in front of goal. This is the save from Galligan. Hit it really well, but if anything, a little bit too close to the goalkeeper. And then Mickey Linden went for the goal, or did he? Took his point anyway. Burns for once gets up ahead of Dermot McCabe. Liam Doyle. Good play by Doyle into Shane Mulholland. Takes a heavy hit and then has a look at the post, and he hasn't lost it either, Shane Mulholland. Perhaps he should have been on earlier. They're now back to within a goal. They're just 3 points down. Cavan won 14. Down 2-8. Possession from this kick out from Aaron Donoghue. Very important. Down could get it. They could perhaps launch another attack. They have it. Do they believe they can at least force a draw? Shane Ward looking to get through here. Ward has got it. Murtagh is up with him. Ward struggling to get up off the ground. The referee's whistle sounds. It'll be another down free. By my watch, about 15 seconds of stoppage time to play, and Michael Walsh is going to have another goal. This is to narrow it to within 1 point. Walsh had no trouble with the last one, has no trouble with this one. So, just a point between the sides. Will this be the last kick, or will Down have the chance to go for it once more? Cavan under pressure. Here come down once more Shane Mulholland. They're only a point behind Brian Burns, and they've lost possession, and it'll be a free to Cavan. And surely Cavan at this stage have done enough to win this game. Now over 4 minutes of injury time have been played, and it is a defeat again for Peter McGrath. His team, of course, will go into the loser's draw, but Cavan have beaten down. Many people fancied them to beat down a very inexperienced downside, and they've done it. Cavan have won this game by 114 to Down's 210.
Delighted for Cavan supporters, delighted especially for the players and their families, and it's a big thing for them today, and it's great to get a first win.
Well, there was the other chance of this back door, but for Cavan and for you personally, what does it mean?
I would say I'd be going out the back door if I lost today, but that's football. Sometimes you're lucky, and we got the result today. But in fairness to them, they probably deserved the draw. They could have got a draw at the end, and I wouldn't have been surprised if it had gone back to Referee Park.
I'm disappointed in the result, but there were many aspects of the performance today that I'm very happy with. I'm very proud of my players. A very young team, 6 or 7 of them won All-Ireland minor medals 2 years ago. That's an indication of how youthful this team is, and I thought today they played with a lot of character, a lot of commitment, a lot of energy, and possibly some of the mistakes that we made that were critical were due to inexperience rather than anything else. So we'll learn from that and go on and be a better team as a consequence of our experience here today.
Yeah, 1997 was such a big year for Cavan in the championship. This afternoon's victory hardly compares to that, yet they will still enjoy that victory at Casement Park today. Tony Davis, Tyrone looked impressive last week in the championship, but nonetheless it's fairly even Stephen around Ulster at the moment, and Cavan will fancy themselves on that side of the draw.
I think they'll have to. I think it was a good enough performance there today. They looked much better than Down, even though it didn't reflect it on the scoreboard. They have good scoring forwards, and as you said, they're in the side of the draw that is perceived by everybody down the side of the country anyway to be the easiest side. So I think they can look forward to an Ulster final thing, and in a final anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Down for their part, Pat, they're still in the championship because of this qualifying system this year, and as Peter McGrath was saying, for young players, they will learn from that.
Well, you'd have to have a tinge of sympathy. For Peter McGrath, Down are in the process of rebuilding, and they embarked on a youth policy throughout the league. Only dropped 1 point. Unfortunately, when they played Westmeath in the Division 2 League semi-final, they got hammered, and it was too late then to do anything about it. Yeah. Now, you highlighted Tyrone last week with our youngsters. They were 22-year-olds. These were 19-year-olds, 6 or 7 of them. Very, very good footballers, but not yet ready for the physical level that senior championship football involves. On a wet day, a physically stronger Cavan team, it wasn't going to be their day today, but they're a team for the future.
They certainly are. They go into the qualifiers, as said. By the way, just a reminder that we have the draw here on the Sunday game next Sunday night for those qualifying matches. Time for us to take another break here on the Sunday game. Coming up in part 3, it's action from this afternoon's big